Tonglen. We're going to be diving into Tonglen today. And Tonglen is a Buddhist practice of its translation is giving and taking. And we locate our heart of bodhicitta, which is not unique to us. We've all got the heart of bodhicitta, endless, infinite compassion, love, kindness, appreciative joy for others and their successes and their happiness, empathy, compassion for others' suffering. And it's there in all of us, this heart of bodhicitta. And so, what are we doing with Tonglen, giving and taking? It's a transmutation practice where we take on suffering into the heart and we transmute it and send out compassion and healing. So we breathe in and we take on struggle, and we breathe out healing and ease. We breathe in and we take on confusion into the heart. It's fuel for the heart, and we breathe out clarity, ease. Now, this can feel really overwhelming. Like, I'm not going to go like breathe in other people's suffering. What? You're not doing anything. You're not taking it on as a separate individual, bearing the weight of the suffering of the world. You're tapping into your heart of bodhicitta, which is the universal heart. And you're basically breathing in suffering because when all beings suffer, we suffer. When all beings are in nirvana and rejoicing and free and liberated and peaceful, we are free and liberated and peaceful and enjoy. It's, it's the oneness, the unity, the same taste. So we have to remember that the heart of bodhicitta is doing the transmutation. We just know that we carry it within us. And it's an energetic practice, you know. I'm into the energy stuff. And it's not about the heart chakra. Again, it's not a personal heart. It's the universal heart. And what starts to happen as we breathe in suffering and we breathe out ease and healing, or the possibility of ease and healing, is that breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, we might start to see that samsara and nirvana are one thing. They are inseparable. They're two sides to the same coin. We cannot have suffering without nirvana, and we cannot have nirvana without suffering. So, this great freedom, this compassion, this expanse of infinite goodness and bodhicitta exists because there is suffering in the world and struggle. But what the mind likes to do is clamp down on either one, right? So, duality. We're either in a transcendent place, we just meditated, we're feeling groovy, and we're so transcendent, and then our neighbor says something crappy to us, and we're like, you know, what and then, "Oh, now we're in samsara, now we're in suffering. Oh, I wanna get back to nirvana, I wanna get back to that feeling of transcendence, that what I am is beyond my mind and my ego and my separate self, and I feel so good." But really, what we start to see with Tonglen, and of course with other practices as well that support us, is not only are nirvana and samsara inseparable, but but there is a shimmering sameness throughout all experience. So that nirvana, and I'm using these Buddhist words in this today, is shining through even the struggle, even the suffering. It's all an expression of God, reality, the one thing shining through. It's just taking a shape, a form that is less liberated than pure, unadulterated thisness. So Tonglen is usually um, best practiced when you have some connection to presence. Now, everybody here today has had a meditation practice for a while. Each of you has touched into true nature to some degree, either a little bit or pretty profoundly. Your true nature, your spirit, that essential essence that you are, that eternal okayness. And so we can do Tonglen because you won't get so overwhelmed, because it's just a transmutation practice. Again, we're not taking on anybody's personal karma or their stuff. This is a different practice than, when I teach people about uh, energy hygiene, right? Where we clear other people's karma, their psychic baggage, their hopes, fears, anxieties, their opinions, their political viewpoints, whatever, and we clear it off of us because we don't carry it, we don't need to. That's people's personal stuff. That's the collective energies or individual energies that are, very personal. Mhm. And so we are clearing it from our personal space because we have a personal energetic space, and we also are the essential foundational one thing from which the heart of bodhicitta emanates. So we're taking a universal stance here and saying, you know what? I can breathe in suffering because the heart of bodhicitta is doing the work, and I breathe it out. Compassion, love, the wish for ease. So we can have confidence in that. We can have confidence that we're not doing anything. We're not muscling it. I'm going to save instructing us to take in other people's suffering till a little later on. We're just going to work with our own, and that is the best way to start with Tonglen. The best way to start with Tonglen is by breathing in our own struggle, resistance, and breathing out peace and ease. Breathing in our own confusion and breathing out the possibility for clarity, and that all is okay even if we're confused. I used to start each meditation retreat I would go on when I'd go to Mount Baldy Zen Center and do either, 5-day or 10-day meditation retreats by doing Tonglen because I noticed that for the first 24 hours, I was very resistant to being in retreat. I had signed up for it. I had taken on the commitment. I took off time off work and put my phone away, or back then I didn't really have a phone, I don't think. Yeah, maybe I did. And I've made the commitment, so why am I in resistance to it? But you're all seasoned practitioners. You know how it goes. You sit down to meditate and you're pissed at your meditation. You don't want to do this. It's not working. Why did I agree to this? I'd rather be doing something else. Isn't there something new on Netflix? So I would just breathe in my own resistance. Oh my God, the person sitting next to me on the Zafu and the Zabuton is breathing so heavily. Oh my God, don't they realize that their nostrils whistle? You know? And just annoyed by everything. And what always would happen is after about 24 hours, my nervous system and everybody else's would start to settle and go, "Oh, this is what we're doing." And of course, with all the meditation, we meditate even if we're distracted or irritated or in resistance, right? We meditate anyway, and we open to that. So I would do Tonglen about my own resistance, and I'd breathe it in, imagining it as a black cloud into my heart, and breathe out ease and acceptance. And at first, I'd come up with names for it. Ease and acceptance is what I'm breathing out. Compassion for my resistance. Okay, breathing that out. Oh, kindness, being kind to myself. Oh, patience. And I just, oh yeah, I can also breathe out this and this and this and this. And eventually the mind wasn't engaged. The mind doesn't have to be engaged. And it's just a breathing in, taking it in, transmuting it, sending out. And it's just a wave, wave on the ocean. So that's what we're going to do today. So settling in and closing your eyes. And let's first just be with our bodies. So important to just open to our body as we sit here and to include our body in our meditation. Noticing the rise and fall of the breath. Noticing that your body is well supported by what you're seated on, the backs of your legs, your hips, your back. And we'll just simply do shamatha, mindfulness of breathing, single pointed concentration, just resting attention on the breath at the heart. You might sense the heart as a golden orb of light or a ball of warmth or both, or none of that, but simply being aware that there is a heart here, warm and bright, not only your personal heart that has lived through so much in this lifetime and has so much to give, but also the heart of bodhicitta, which transcends and includes your own heart. And so we rest here. letting all instructions and concepts about this meditation, everything we discussed, fall away, and just being with your heart of bodhicitta, breathing and resting here. And so just noticing any tightness or tension in your body and breathe that into your heart, exhaling ease and relaxation. Breathing in, you acknowledge there is tightness. Breathing out, you acknowledge there is the possibility of openness. Breathing in any resistance you have, either in this moment or in any area in your life, resistance. Just acknowledging there is resistance. And breathing out acceptance, softening. Breathing in physical or emotional pain. Breathing out compassion, kindness, patience. The heart uses this pain, this struggle as fuel for more compassion, more healing, more openness, peace, ease, grace. You're not trying to make your struggle go away. Now bring to mind someone in your life who is struggling with something frustrating. Don't pick someone who's going through something very traumatic, just someone who might be frustrated on a scale of 1 to 10 at about 5. And breathe in their struggle, their frustration. Breathe out compassion, ease. And maybe there are more people or animals who come to mind dealing with some sort of frustrating circumstance. Breathing in the energy of that frustration, that challenge, breathing out, healing, compassion, kindness, ease. And you might start to include those who are struggling a bit more and really encountering challenges, painful challenges. Breathing in, you acknowledge their pain. Breathing out, compassion and ease, the possibility of healing and peace. If at any point it feels a bit overwhelming, all these beings who struggle, bring your attention back to your own struggle, your own challenges, your own pain, your response to others' pain and struggle. Breathe that into your heart and breathe out compassion and understanding. You might do Tonglen for people around the world, groups or individuals who might be struggling, suffering. Breathing that into the heart of bodhicitta, letting the heart of bodhicitta transmute it, and effortlessly breathing out compassion, ease, and healing, empathy, and understanding. May all beings realize their heart of bodhicitta. And now bringing your attention back to just your own being seated here, feeling the weight of your body and it being supported, the rise and fall of your breathing. Breathing in your own response to suffering into the heart, breathing out compassion and ease. Breathing in darkness, breathing out light. May all beings realize the heart of bodhicitta. May all beings be at ease. May all beings know true happiness. Placing a hand on your chest and one at your belly, grounding in your embodied experience here as you sit here. And slowly opening your eyes. How was Tonglen for you?
I noticed that there was resistance. My mind kept wanting to go somewhere else, just hide. It's like, "That's okay." Yeah, I just breathed in hiding after
Yeah,
a while.
breathing in the desire to hide.
Mhm. Breathing in the desire to hide, um, and then breathing out acceptance, and then it settled down for a while, and then it would start up again,
Yeah, yeah. It
and, I think the big difference was not resisting the resistance, which allowed me to feel more into the space of everything, and that felt comforting.
mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was comforting about it? That sounds lovely.
Um, that it was a part of everything,
Uh,
including the resistance, including the acceptance, including the grief, I mean, just part of it all. And underneath that was a real understanding again of being part of everything and that everything was okay.
you are not separate from all that is.
No, not at all. Not at all.